The reason why I'm explaining it like this is because unlike my other teachers, I don't give breaks. I don't give no breaks to you guys. I have very, very certain conditions to get you past the test. The homework I've given to you, watch the videos, but I'm going to do it all live with you today. I am going to rush this because it's a VIP, one day, fast track, jaldi. I'm going to rush this. So in the next 2 hours, you're going to go through everything. But I'm going to tell you certain secrets that I've picked up, because when students go for the test, they come out and they tell me, hey, I got a question that looked like this, but the answer looked like this. So I'm going to tell you that answer, try and do it like this and do it like this. A lot of today is going to be tips, tricks, secrets. So, for example, the papers that I've given you today, this front paper is made from the test sheet. I expect you to sit down and read this sheet in your quiet time, just to go through the pictures and stuff like that. I will keep referring to this again and again. So have this in one hand. एक हाथ में ये रखने पे, because मैं refer करेंगे picture के साथ आपके creative side. I'm going to get your creative side working with this one. This section 6 is literally questions that will be coming out of the test quite frequently. And I'm going to show you the questions that I don't cover in the PowerPoints in here that come out of the test. And this one is the accurate questions from the test as well, which is something we've worked on over the last 13 years. It has the same questions and answers. So I'm not going to talk too long. I'm going to get straight into another exam, and we're going to get straight to it. I'm going to show you guys how to pass this test really, really quickly. So what is the Home Secretary responsible for? Policing, environmental issues, or housing? Policing, that's right. Well done. Good. St. Helena is a British overseas territory and is part of the United Kingdom. True or false?
False.
False. It is false. That is right. It is false. I've highlighted it because it does come true and false. This is going to be a difficult one. Yeah. This is false. Several Church of England bishops sit in the House of Lords. True or false? True, they do. Why? Because they're the King and Queen's friends. Yeah, wicked. When walking a dog in a public place, you must ensure the dog is on a lead at all times. Keep your dog away from other dogs to avoid conflicts and barking. That your dog wears a collar showing the name and the address of the owner. C. Well done. Good job. Fantastic. So kutte, yeah, dogs need the name and the address of the owner. Yeah, get that wordplay just right. Women over the age of 30 were given the right to vote as a result of their contributions towards the war efforts. Which war was that? World War I, World War II, World War Falklands War. Well done, good. Page 7, if you look at it here, World War I started when? When did World War I? Page 7 on the picture with all the food and the patron saints on it, please, guys. World War I started when?
1914 to 1918.
Perfect answer, good job. Yeah. World War II started when?
1939 to 1945.
Perfect answer, good. So when women got the vote was at the end of World War I. Page 7, right at the back of it. Yeah. When women got the vote, they got it at the age of 30. In 1918, when World War I ended. Page 7, akhri page, top right hand corner. Yeah, 14. That's important to know, because if you want women's rights, you have to kill all the men. That's the lesson that we learned from World War I. Even though they were working in the factories, it was they said that because you worked in the factories, you helped so much. Here's the vote for you guys, because you did really important stuff. But the real reason was that all the men had died.
There was no man to inherit.
That was A.
The funds, So when Ireland became a republic, 1949, 1956, 1978, good job, Zakaria. 2 years after partition of Pakistan and India, but you got this right. You know what you're doing. Where did the first farmers come from? West Africa, Northwest Asia, Southeast Europe?
C.
It's
C.
It's good, because when farmers come out, they like to see. S-E-E. They like to see, the farmers see the land. So when you see farmers, it's S-E-E. When you see geographically, it's N-W-E.
Okay.
That's how we do that. That's the tip and the trick.
Yeah.
The national anthem, God Save the Queen, can only be played in the presence of the tree. True or false? That is false, because if the Queen is not there, you can still play the national anthem. Now, if you see here, the national anthem, God Save the Queen, can only be played in the presence of the Queen. Is that true or false? False. That's right. False. Who became Prime Minister was an inspirational leader to the British people during World War II. David Cameron, Winston Churchill, Admiral Nelson.
Winston Churchill.
Winston Churchill was an inspirational leader. during World War II. Why? Because he was a person that led the people during World War II. Yeah? Then after World War II is Clement Attlee, but we'll talk about that soon. What is the title of the Queen's eldest son, Prince Charles, Prince of Wales, Prince of Scotland, Prince of Suffolk? A. Right, this question does not come in your test anymore because the Queen's died and now the Prince is now the King.
Okay.
So you won't see this anymore. They removed this. Same for the other national anthem question. God save the Queen. It's now God save the King. Yeah.
The great.
Yes. Under which king did the Anglo-Saxon kingdoms in England unite to defeat the Vikings? King
B.
Charles I, King Alfred the Great, King Henry VIII. B. Well done. It is B. It is Alfred the Great. Alfred the Great, 787 and 878. They kicked out the Vikings. 878. Alfred the Great, 878. Kicked out the Vikings at that time.
C.
When was the Magna Carta created? 1340, 11, 60, 12, 15. Perfect answer.
15.
Good, well done. Good, 12, 15. And Northern Ireland has its own banknotes which are valid everywhere in the United Kingdom. Is that true or false? True. Wonderful. That's very good. Wonderful.